Xarknor.
Alchemy. Villagers, dear villagers, avec les soutiens d'eau. I don't know if I said that right at all. Foretales. Is this, it is on, so I'll just do mouse. Okay. Let's see what options we have. Language, default English, full screen, yes. Resolution, audio, everything up to the max. No, thank you. We're good. We don't like everything at the max. We'll go 50. 60. Do that 85. Do that 670. Do this 65. Okay. That's all our options? Okay. Credits, quit, and play. Ooh, excuse me. All right, let's get into it, I guess. Play. Empty. Are you sure you want to start a new game? Well, there's no other option, so yes. Choose the next region. A mysterious patron. Volpain needs money to help his father and the local miners. His friend Leo says there's someone in town with a very lucrative job offer. Welcome to Foretales, an adventure game where you progress by combining cards and exploring decks. This is it, Volpin. Our ticket to the easy life. One last job and our days of stealing apples from the market are behind us.
That's what you said last time. So who's this contact of yours?
His name's Timothy. He says he has work for people like us.
And you're sure he can pay? Because I could really do with the money right now.
Don't worry, he promised a hefty reward. Should be more than enough to help your father and the miners with their strike. And for me to take an early retirement. He's just a little difficult to track down in town sometimes. We'd better ask around then.
He looks like a good place to start.
Good day to you, young bird. How can I be of assistance?
We're looking for someone by the name of Timothy.
Ah, I see. A very secretive fellow is he. I think I heard something about him the other day, but sadly my memory isn't what it once was.
Right. What might jog your memory, I wonder?
A bite to eat usually does the trick. About 5, whatever that is, should be sufficient.
5? That's enough to last a few days. Ignore my friend here. We'll come back with some food for you. We already have 1 food, just 4 to go. A typical region of the game is composed of 3 to 6 location cards placed on the board. You can learn more by hovering your cursor over a card. Sometimes left-click on cards will also trigger dialogue or a reaction from your characters. Try it out for yourself. Left-click on the left card with the beggar. He will remind you of what he wants.
Would you spare a morsel of food for an old beggar?
I wouldn't call 5 a morsel.
This is demanding work for an old man like me. I'd like to see you try it.
Yeah, you'll get your food all right. You have 2 types of action cards at your disposal. Skill cards of your adventures and consumable cards. Targets will often be location cards, but not always. Thank you for the alert, Lunar. When you hover over one of your cards, the possible targets are highlighted, along with hints as to what will happen if you play there. So pay attention to what is highlighted and where the hints appear. Conversely, if you place your cursor over elements of the board, it will highlight the action cards you can play there. Take a moment to explore your current cards and see if you can figure out a way to find enough food to proceed. Marketplace. The sights and sounds and smells of the city life intermingle in this bustling hub of commerce, a great place to trade goods. Apple merchant. Don't be fooled by his jolly banter. He's as much a gossip as he is a merchant. The beggar. Nothing happens in Eisenberg without the old beggar knowing about it. He's always willing to share his knowledge for a good bite. Rallying cry, an inspiring call to arms that draws out potential allies in an area. Aimed shot, a deadly shot in combat that can also take out enemies from a distance without raising an alarm. Survivor sense, there's food everywhere if you know where to look. Eavesdrop, you can learn a lot when you take the time to stop and listen. Nimble hands, when you're born with nothing, you have to steal what you can to survive. If you're lucky, you'll survive long enough to get pretty good at it. You have 2 of those. Exploration deck, it contains the locations, encounters, and quest cards that compose the current region. When you resolve a card, the top one in the exploration deck is drawn and replaces it on the board. When a non-quest card is used on the board, it returns to the bottom of the deck. Oh, and we got all these things. From right to left are those next locations you will visit. Boar District. This looks like Disney Robin Hood. I said that! Yeah, it does. It reminds me of the Disney's Robin Hood. Thank you for agreeing with me. Poor District. The population here are in dire need of help, but can also offer assistance if they're asked nicely enough. Alright. Oh, close. Exclamation points. Why are we exclaiming? Rest deck. Rest cards can be used to recover some skill cards for your adventures. Even if you can see all rest cards for the region, you can only use the top card of the deck. Don't dawdle too much, because the last rest card is always a synonym of game over. Ooh. Find enough food. Where's Maid Marian card? We haven't gotten there yet. Right now we only have Leo. Remaining skill cards of the adventure when out of combat, you can trade any of the cards skill card in hand against one of those, max 12. And Volpain. We have Leo and Volpain. Same thing. Okay. Alright, so we're looking for food. So I guess we can talk to the... Apples, fresh apples, no maggots in them or nothing. God, I gotta stop saying that out loud. So do we give gold to the merchant to get apples? Maybe. Let's do that. Consume 2 gold plus 2 food, but that's only going to be 2 food. What else we got? We got the marketplace. Sure, it's an apple merchant. Let's do it. Bon appetit!
Delicious.
And now, one very important rule to remember. You can only play 1 card per location card on the board. Sometimes it will transform the target card into another location, but most of the time it will just consume it and travel to the next card. A standard used card from the board will go back to the bottom of the exploration deck. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What is this? Does this show what we, okay, yeah. And once a slot is available, it will automatically be filled with the top card from the exploration deck. You can't run out of location cards to explore because the exploration deck always cycles. Good to know. All right, so now we're in the marketplace. We have survival sense, right? There's food everywhere. Let's see if we can find food here. Hey, we got it. Right on time. I'm starving. Now we can talk to this dude. Okay, I think we got enough food now. Let's see where this guy's knows. Lead the way. What is this? Old well, a good place to refresh oneself or make a quick wish. There you go, old man.
Oh, thank you, young bird.
Now about this Timothy chap.
But of course, where are my manners? Here, follow this path.
That should show the way. Very generous of you.
Thanks for the tip, friend.
A good day to you, bird.
Well, what now? I suppose we should follow the old beggar's directions on that piece of paper. Sometimes you'll have to seek directions to progress in the story and reach new destinations. Check the descriptions on your cards. That piece of paper. Yes. Oh, that piece of paper? Yes, that one.
Really
Okay,
do make a lot of
beware.
enemies, Volpan.
A hostile token is blocking this card. You won't be able to play any cards on this suspicious street until you get rid of those bandits. If you click on the token, you can see the creatures forming the group and decide whether to engage or not. Most confrontations start with a negotiation phase. If you have the correct resources, you might be able to discard this threat without any violence. But if you don't absolutely need to play a card here, you may as well avoid any conflict and play on the other cards available. Alright, so, directions to Timothy. The old beggar's marked the map with Timothy's location. All Volpain needs to do is find the nearest marketplace and follow the directions from there. Oh man, we got rid of the marketplace. So, suspicious street. A gold coin lies conspicuously on the pavement of this shabby-looking street. The trap is obvious, but what do they say? Sic parvis magna. There's a brawler, a street thug, and a henchman. She prefers to let her fists do the talking. They don't have many nice things to say. Street thug would steal from his own grandmother if she weren't as poor as a church mouse. Henchman, he didn't get where he is today by thinking for himself. Good at following orders, though. Step away or engage. There's only the two of us. It's just the two of us. Let's go to the old well. Oh, we have to play a card, right? On the scent. Years in the wilderness have made Leo an outstanding tracker with a flair sniffing out food and places of interest. Okay, let's do that. Let's go on the scent by the old well. This looks like a good spot to refill our canteens. Something smells good.
Leo?
What? I'm hungry. Noisy Tavern. The perfect place to get some rest and recruit fellow adventurers. Stay a while, listen closely, and you might just hear something useful. Eavesdrop. Now that's interesting. Sounds like there's a private room under the tavern. Ooh. Bladesmith's Hideout, a clandestine spot for the discerning criminal. Drop the right names or hand over enough cash, and you'll usually find what you're looking for. Ooh, what do we do here? Rallying cry, we have aim shot, we have peppery diversion. The perfect way to cause a commotion or incapacitate enemies in combat. Okay. Nimble hands, nimble hands. Alright, shoot. I don't think we have anything for... What is this? Grim, theft, murder, violence, and general lawlessness. A reputation like that guarantees respect among outlaws and makes law-abiding citizens to quake in their boots. Fame. A good deed can open many doors. Having the respect of the community is always a good way to achieve your goals. Oh, so we can be good guys or we can be bad guys. We have food. Staying alive is not complicated business. Eat, drink, sleep, and repeat. The tricky part is finding vital resources in a world where everyone is struggling to get by. Amen. Money. It makes kings of men, buys forgiveness for lost souls, and can even start a war or two. Can also be used to buy apples. Alright, shoot. What are we gonna do? We need info here, but I don't see anything that lets us talk. no takis, just a steelies. So, what if we go to the suspicious street and take out the bandits? Sure, let's engage the bandits. We need money.
This doesn't have to end with everyone, you know, dead.
You've started your first confrontation, but maybe there's no need for violence. If you get rid of enough... Hold on, did I mess up? I did. Hold on. Stop. When you hover over the cards at your disposal, you may discover ways to get rid of some of your opponents. If you get rid of enough opponents, you'll bring the morale of the group down to 0, and the rest will flee. If you use an aggressive card, the confrontation will automatically turn into a fight. But if you don't have any cards to play, or you don't want to play any cards, click on the auto battle token to trigger the fight manually. Okay. And that's the auto battle token? Yes. All right, so what do we have? Do we have talk our way out of this? Ooh, we could peppery diversion them. But we don't have any talky talks. Wait. Is this an aggressive card? It says, interaction effects. Send front creature with max level 1 to search party. Stun the other front creatures for 1 round. Engage combat. Okay. We do aim shot. Engage combat. Deals 3 damage. So we could kill that first person right out, no problem. And get allies. We can steal from the first person. Volpain, a young street thief with nimble hands, a heart of gold, and an extraordinary knack for getting himself into trouble. Leo, an old marauder who spent his younger years traveling the world before settling down to enjoy a simpler way of life. Shoot. Alright, let's do this. An enemy was just moved from the confrontation. In most cases, this will subtract its level from the enemy's morale. Should the enemy morale reach 0, the remaining hostiles will flee. The level of an enemy is in the upper top left corner of the card. From now on, both sides will automatically attack the opponent directly opposite them, or to the left if no one is directly in front. Between each round of attack, you can play 1 card per adventurer. Again, if you don't want to play cards, you can use the auto battle token. Here's a quick breakdown of creature cards. The number in the red token at the bottom left represents health points. Bring it to 0 and the creatures will be dead. The number next to the sword icon is the attack score. That's the number of health points removed every round to the creature directly opposite when fists finally start to fly. The number in the top left corner is the level of that creature. That's pretty important because it's the value removed from the enemy's morale when the creature is removed from combat one way or another. In a confrontation, there can be 1 or 2 fighters per side per column. Only the front creature will take damage from the auto battle phase, but it will take damage equal to the sum of the attack scores of the opposition. Creatures in the back can only be affected by action cards or after the creature in front of them has been defeated. We do 1-1, they do 1-1. We have a lot more hit points than they do. He'll be dead next turn. I mean, we could just take out this guy in the front right here. Right? We can just boom and he's gone. Which will do that. Take this!
Oh, he felt that.
You've brought the enemy morale to 0. All remaining hostiles will now flee for their lives. When you trigger a panic, each fleeing enemy will grant you 1 fame, whatever their level.
Fails? Run away.
Yay, we did it! And we got a gold. What did we get? Survivor sense, we got that. We know that one. Scent, rallying cry, peppery diversion, nimble hands. What's this now? Suspicious street. But it shouldn't be suspicious anywhere. We took care of them. Didn't we? Plus one gold, add one creature to the search party. Move to next location. Let's do it.
Well, look at that. Hey, anyone seen my pouch?
And now we got Noisy Tavern. All right. -2. Let's do this. All right, now we go to the Bladesmith Squad. Proud members of the Bladesmiths, a local crime organization that smuggles illegal weapons out of town. How do we just talk? Is there a talkie talk? Wait, we can click on them. That does nothing. Solidarity of the weak. The poor, the weak, and the needy must stick together to survive. Volpain can inspire compassion to attract potential allies. Block kids. Next location, usual suspects. Get more food. I don't know why. Right on time. I'm starving. Hey, it's a market area.
Something told Volpan that these chaps weren't here to talk.
Oh man, we got 2 henchmen. Whatever. Let's get it.
I don't suppose we could talk through our differences,
Do we have a talkie talk? What does this do? Discard. Discard. So that would discard one of them. Or both of them. Hey, you know, we'll just auto-battle it. Dead.
Let's not disappoint them.
So we get
That'll hurt
the notoriety or whatever.
Nope. No, he'll be dead.
We get grim every time we kill somebody. It's just crazy. Okay. But, not really. On the scent. Let's do on the scent here. Something smells good. And we're back at a freaking tavern. Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, what is this? Survivor sense. Noisy tavern. Didn't we start here? What is the search part? Is that like... What's the search party? What's this? Does it tell me? These creatures are looking around for your party. They will sometimes appear on your path wherever you explore. Okay, so that's what the search party is. Okay. All right, let's do this here. Because now we get a dagger. Ooh, that's a fighty.
That these chaps weren't here to talk.
At least one of your adventurers is down to their last few skill cards. Maybe you can use the rest deck to recover some. Since rest cards will give skill cards back to all adventurers, it's often a good idea to use actions from all your adventurers and not just one. If you spread the effort between them, they won't have to rest as often. Throwing knife. Sharp, balance, deadly. You get the point. How many people we have over here? Oh, it's that same group again? No, I need to step away from that. Is this a suspicious street? It is. Where's our, we have a poor, where's our poor solidarity of the week? Let's go here and do this. Ahoy there, scamps!
What do you want, mister?
Let's do that. Good to know. Local chit-chat, a little morsel of gossip heard around town. It mightn't be worth much, but it's a conversation starter at least. Can I play that there? No. I can play with, oh yeah, the apple merchant. He's a gossip. Let's give him some local chit-chat.
Good to know.
Here, take this. Food. And another marketplace. Let's do that. Ahoy there, scamps.
What do you want, mister?
Give some food. How do we give some food and not all food? Consume one food, okay. Ooh, and we receive a street urchin? Let's do it.
Heartwarming stuff.
Well, I haven't eaten a proper meal in days. Thank you, sir.
You've recruited at least one fighting ally. Allies can be used on your adventure cards during fights. They will add their attack score to the attack of the adventurer for as long as they survive. Depending on the type of ally, they will position themselves in front of or behind your adventurers. Front allies add a layer of protection and preserve your health, but may not survive the whole fight. Allies in the back will only serve as support to increase the attack, but they are most likely to survive until the end of the confrontation. Whether they survive or not, allies used in a combat are discarded at the end of the confrontation.
Something tells me these chaps aren't here to discuss pickpocketing techniques.
Everybody's out to get me, damn it. Yum 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 yum. Let's do a rallying cry here. Over here! Leo's mighty roar drew a crowd of curious townfolk. Small crowd. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but it never fails to draw a crowd. On the scent. On the scent here. Damn. You've just used a skill card, but the only effect was to move to the next location in the exploration deck. It's not the most efficient way to travel, but skill cards with no effect on a particular location or encounter will at least remove this card and move to the next card in the exploration deck. If what you need for a mission is to reach a card somewhere in the exploration deck, moving forward is actually useful. Oh, oops. And we're back in a freaking tavern! Oh my gosh. Alright. Adds one to the search party, gives us 2 food and moves on. 2 food and move on. I mean, this would be better here, unless we're gonna go fight.
Well, that's lunch sorted.
We're back to the old well. Maybe we do want to take a rest. We only have 1 card here and 0 cards there. What do we have? We have Steel, Peppery, Diversion, Aim Shot. Alright, wait. Who are these people? 3, 2, 1. That's a 4, actually. What about this one? Is it the same? 4, 2, 1, yes. I guess we're going here. Engage these ones. And then...
They're not worth it.
I know they're not worth it, but... Take this!
Right between the eyes. They want to fight. Let's give them one. Oof. He felt that one. Oh, come on. We were just getting started.
All right, that's one thing clear. Now we're at 0 of 0. So now do we do rest? An uneventful stop. Recover up to 3 skill cards per adventurer. Sure.
That is quite enough laying around for the time being, thank you.
Feeling better already? You've recovered some skill cards and suffered no other consequences. Don't expect it to be that easy all the time. The next card in the deck will cost you food or health points. And the last card of the rest deck is always a game over, so be sure to check out how many times you can hope to rest in a region. Once you move on to the next region, the rest deck will be replaced with a new set of cards, and the number of rest cards in the next region is independent of how many you've used here. Spend or rest, I see. Interesting. Okay. Well, I still haven't found what we're looking for here. We got this whole stupid map, which does us nothing. We got the kid. We got a dagger. And we're looking for Timothy? You know what? I messed up. I was probably supposed to use this map on a marketplace. So let's do this here. And we'll refill our canteens. Ooh, shiny. Maybe if another marketplace comes up. Nope, we got a poor district. We'll throw the map. But we can do Solidarity of the Week here. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll get the block kids again. And then we'll give them some money this time. And we'll get another street urchin, why not?
Very generous of you.
Wow, thanks. Well, thanks. Anything I can do for you?
No, kid, just chill. Let's eavesdrop on the merchant and get a nasty little secret. Now, how's that for a juicy piece of gossip? There goes a market. Okay. What's this say? Nasty little secret. A little story that could be devastating to someone's reputation if it came to light. Can be traded with allies or used to blackmail enemies. All right, now let's try the map here. Here we go.
Outstanding.
A heavenly bandaged figure stood alone in the alleyway. He looked like he was waiting for someone. As Vulpin and Leo approached, the figure turned to greet them.
Ah, Leo, you finally here, and you brought a crow?
I'm a shoebill.
But of course you are. We heard you have work. Do I ever? But before we get down to brass tacks, I always like to get an understanding of who it is I'm working with. What do you mean? I'd like a demonstration of the value you bring to this operation.
Demonstration?
Yes, you know, skills, my boys. Show me your skills.
The pair looked at each other perplexed. What did he mean, skills? Skills in combat? Sleight of hand? Or maybe just a good old trick shot from Leo? What's this do? Story effect, move to the next location. All right, so they all do story effect, move to the next location. Not that one, though. That one can't be used here. Neither can that one. This one can. And peppery, I'll use this one. What if I were to steal your purse from right from under your nose?
That would be impressive, especially as you've just warned me you were about to. Hold on a minute.
With a wry smile, Vulpin produced a finely embroidered purse full of gold. The masked figure was taken aback.
Very impressive indeed.
Here you go, all present and correct.
I'll tell you what, keep it. Consider that your first payment.
Oh, thanks very much.
Now then, perhaps you'd like to tell us what it is you needed. I would like for the two of you to acquire an item for me. An instrument, in fact. A very rare and beautiful lyre that is currently in the possession of the esteemed Lady Cattell.
You mean the old bat who lives on the hill?
I wouldn't call her that to her face, but yes, that is her. I'd like you to break into her manor, steal the lyre, and bring it to me at the Holy Grove. The Holy Grove? I know the place well. I'll get you there myself, Vulpin. Excellent! I shall leave you to it. I look forward to our next meeting. All right, we've got a job to do.
At long last.
We can get straight to it if you think we're ready to go. Or we could spend some more time on the streets to prepare. It's your call.
You have completed this region. You can either proceed to the next region, or you might want to spend some time here to gather resources and allies. We got 2 allies, a knife, and some rumors. I mean, what else do we need? Beware, consumables and resources are carried over from the one region to the next, but they are not carried over from one mission to the next, so there's no need to hoard excessively. Region complete. Move on when you're ready. Do we really need anything else in this region? I don't think we do. Let's just go. Somewhere in the garden, Leo has brought Vulpin to the city gardens, where food is plentiful and secrets lurk around every corner. Deep in the labyrinth lies our hero's destination for the evening, Lady Cattell's Manor.
Watch out! Guards!
There are now several hostile creatures in the search party, the deck of cards representing the animals chasing your party. Each time a new location card appears on the board, if it has a search party call token with an eye, it may spawn a group of enemies from the search party. Some of your actions may also add hostiles to the search party, hostiles that you may have to face later, so be careful.
Right then, Timothy said the instrument is inside Lady Cattell's manor.
The big house with the labyrinth?
That's the one, but getting through that hedge mage is gonna be tough.
I think I saw some gardeners wandering around earlier. Maybe they know the way.
Ooh, this could get messy.
What is this? Guard 1, Guard 2. Constable, just a few more years on the force and he can retire to his own little place in the country. Hungry guard, more likely to be on snack break than on duty. Step away. I just wanted to see where they were. Vegetable labyrinth. Lady Cattell's manor is surrounded by a bewildering labyrinth full of wrong turns and dead ends. It's almost impossible to navigate without directions. Gardener. He knows these gardens like the back of his hand, and if you're polite, he'll even show you where all the best apples are. Orchard. Fruit is the cornerstone of the average citizen's diet. Only nobles or skilled hunters can claim to eat the much rarer and much tastier insect meat. Patrolled garden. The city gardens are usually well guarded to make sure the starving citizens don't get any ideas about all that delicious fruit. Guard token, a group of representatives of the law. In order to play on the card they keep, you have to get rid of them, and violence is not the only solution. All right, so if we talk, do we have any talky talks? Where'd all our, do we not get any, that's rude. Where are all our talky talks? You know what? Let's do this. Yeah, we'll get the gardener.
Now all we need to do is lead the gardener to the labyrinth, and the rest should be easy.
We'll see about that.
Might be worth a quick peek.
Most decks on the board can be browsed. For example, if you check the content of the exploration deck, you can see what will be the next locations to be revealed. Maybe your current objective is somewhere in there. Maybe you want to check if the card you're looking for is coming soon. If a card is not in the exploration deck, there may be a way to access it with some location effect or whatever that exclamation point effect is. And remember, the exploration deck is cycling.
There has to be a way in.
Look, I can see some documents through the glass.
You think they'll be useful?
Only one way to find out.
Maybe that gardener can open the door for us.
What is this then? Locked greenhouse. A heavy chain blocks the way to the greenhouse. Blocks the way? A heavy chain blocks the way to the greenhouse. Breaking the glass would attract too much attention. There has to be a quiet way in. Alright, so if we use the gardener here, we can go to the winter garden. If we use him here, it's a story effect. Okay, what else do we have in this? We have orchard, thorny bushes, patrolled garden, and another gardener coming up. Okay. What are these? These are the bad guys. Okay. And who do we have in the search party right now? More bad guys? Rookie of the Watch, Hungry Guard, and a Constable? Alright. Well, I guess we see if we lose this or use it. Let's use it and see if we lose it. We did lose it. Okay. This looks like a map of the labyrinth.
But look, it's only the inner part of the maze.
Gah, why can't anything be simple?
It's better than nothing. I'm sure we can find something to show us the way to the middle.
Oh, someone. Alright. Winter Garden, the perfect place to relax with a good book. Sadly, Vulpin doesn't have much time for reading these days. It moves to Gardener. Hold on. One fame and moves to Gardener. Let's do that. He has more cards.
Over here!
And then we get the Gardener again. We give the Gardener some money, honey. And we can get you. Thank you. And then we can go with the Gardener to the maze. Here. We have an appointment with a lady of the house. Would you show us the way through the maze? I've trimmed these hedges for many a time. Follow me.
That's quite a statue.
Whoa! What is it? Sorry, sirs. I'd rather not go any further.
What, you're serious? We're barely halfway.
It's this statue, sirs. Bad luck it is. Haunted.
Gardner backed away from the statue nervously, leaving Vulpin and Leo alone. They had to admit, it was a rather foreboding sight.
Great.
Shh, I think I hear God Patrol coming.
Quick, hide.
Uh-oh. Looks like you've got
The
the law on
patrol
your tail.
took up position right in front of the statue.
Patrols we can deal with, but how are we going to find our way through the rest of this labyrinth?
We found that map, remember? That should help us figure out the best route.
Of course. Let us take a look once we've dealt with the watch.
If at any point you're lost during the mission, you can always use the hint system. Hovering over the button will show a very condensed reminder of your current objective. Using the hint system will trigger some help based on your current situation. All right. What do we got here? We got 2 hungry guards, an enforcer, and a bell of the watch. Bell of the watch. It is his responsibility to sound the alarm, and it's a responsibility he takes very seriously. Add a constable to the search party every round. Enforcer loves to tackle his problems head on. Might be why he's had so many concussions. Hilarious. Alright, we gotta engage these guys, right?
Though the guards looked angry, it was nothing a few coins couldn't fix.
One of the hostiles you're facing has a special power. Special powers are signified by wooden tokens on the left side of the creature card. Enemy powers can trigger during the negotiation phase or during combat. They may trigger once or every few rounds. If you hover over a creature card, you'll see a detailed description of its powers. Alright, so we have Hungry Guard, so let's give this guy food. He's out of there. Thought we had 2 hungry. Oh, there goes the other Hungry Guard. Let's give this guy some food. Burly Guard. Oh, sure, he looks big, but it's mostly vanity muscles. It's vanity muscle. Okay. Give me some hit points. Good. Okay. Changing my voice, but I've been changing my voice the whole time, mate. What are you changing my voice for? What are you doing over there? Just kidding. -3 monies and he'll go away. You know what? Let's do that. 3 gold. And he'll run off. And that will bring them around to 0 and the rest will run away. Bye-bye. Huzzah! Using the hint system multiple times may give a more explicit help for our more complex situations. Alright, we've got directions.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Here you go. If I'm reading this right, we should be there in no time. I don't even know what that symbol is. What are we on right now? Vibrato. We got some vibrato in our voice, do we?
Good thing, too. It's almost nighttime.
Perfect timing. The darker the better.
That's Lady Catel's manor.
Finally?
Hey, maybe that was the hard part. It's all downhill from here.
Wishful thinking.
It's getting dark. Time to get down to business.
Hold on a second. This could be our last chance to rest up. It is our last chance to rest up. I need me nimble hands at the ready. Sometimes your adventurers won't have their best skill cards in their hands, but don't worry. Anytime you're not in combat, you can trade a skill card from your hand for another one. Just drag the card above its owner's deck and choose the new card. If the card is unavailable from your draw pile, you will have to pay a fixed price of 1 food per card. It's a little expensive, especially considering you could have rested to regain several cards at once. But the cost of resting can also be pretty high, so be careful not to burn through too many skill cards by trading them. How many rests do we get here? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rests. Okay. So we recover up to 3. But a small troop is added to the party. Okay. He has Solana, he doesn't have nimble hands, so we're gonna rest. And then hopefully get those nimble hands in there. Oh yeah, baby.
Break time's over.
Look at that search party though. Ugh. Alright, so now we got Solidarity of the Week. Let's do this. We'll get nimble hands. And it's going to cost us a food. Okay. There we go. Lady Catel's manor. Perched atop a hill, Lady Catel's cavernous manor looms over the town of Eisenberg. The old bat is seldom seen outside by the day. She's a vampire. Let's watch it. She would be a vampire bat, maybe. Sounds like this job will require me in my hands. Hey, Doc, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for checking in. All right, let's nimble hands it. All right, let's do this.
Do what you do best. I'll cover the exit.
Under the cover of night, Vulpin ghosted into the manor undetected. He darted through the corridors until he reached the main hall. There, in plain sight, stood the lyre, in all its splendor, glinting in the moonlight. All he had to do was reach out and take it. Dun, dun,
The second he
dun.
touched the mysterious lyre, Volpan felt an ancient power flowing through him. Reality fractured and exploded into an infinite number of worlds, all identical and yet somehow distinct. Beyond the webs of fate, he witnessed all possible futures, resonating, vibrating, clashing. And then he saw, and he knew. He, his loved ones, his city, his kingdom, his world, everything was going to disappear, swallowed up by a cataclysm whose origin lurked behind the veil of possibilities.
Dun, dun, dun. The second he touched the relic, the sheer power of visions caused poor Vulpan to collapse on the spot. Leo took his unconscious friend on his back and fled the mansion, an army of guards at his heels.
Hang in there, old friend. We'll get through this. I'll deal with the guards and get you to a safe place. Vulpin? Vulpin!
You've completed this mission with a few victims in your graveyard deck. For now, it won't change anything, but beware. If you leave a trail of bodies behind you, you may have to face the consequences later.
Couldn't have done it better myself.
Victory! 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 Now we get to see what happens next. The Relic. Vulpin awoke in the forest of Xarknor, his head throbbing. The lyre was on the ground beside him, but Leo was nowhere to be found. Leo? Leo! Where is he? What happened? At that moment, he remembered the visions.
No.
The transfer. Before he had time to think, Vulpin was struck with a vision of his friend in prison. A wave of despair swept over him. Leo! Where have they taken him? Are they going to execute him? Oh, gods, please no. This is a Doom event card. It symbolizes tragic events that only Vulpin can see and that will lead the world to its end. The number above the Doom event indicates how many turns you have left before it happens, or at least that's if you do nothing to prevent it. Each mission you complete costs a turn, but don't worry, if you fail to complete a mission, you can always retry with no time penalty. I need to help them before it's too late. They must have locked him up in Eisenberg prison. This is a mission card. The choice of which missions you complete and the order in which you complete them is crucial to preventing Doom events from occurring. Missions also contain secret side objectives and choices, all leading to different outcomes. It's up to you to experiment and make the right choice to fight fate. I'm coming, Leo. Wait, what the?
Impossible!
Oof. Vulpin was struck with another flash, the smell of blood, the clash of metal, the roar of battle. A vision of a massacre yet to come. The miners' strike? Father! The militia are preparing an attack on the blockade. Lady Catel must be behind this. I have to warn them, or they'll all be slaughtered. If I'm going to warn the miners, I'll need to find their leader, Karst. They won't budge an inch without his say-so. God, what have I done? It's this damn instrument. Vulpin looked at the strange liar with disgust. I wish I'd never touched the blasted thing. Maybe if I give it back to Lady Cattell, that might smooth things over. After all, a fault confessed is half redressed. If I write a letter of apology and present it to the Council of Mothers, they might be able to put pressure on Cattell and prevent her from ordering the massacre. Vulpin looked at the lyre once more before packing it into his satchel. Slowly, painfully, he dragged himself to his feet. All right, Vulpin, you can fix this. He took a look around in an effort to get his bearings. To his left, he saw the fumes of the city rising above the trees. To his right, the silhouette of the Ferris Mount, shrouded in the acrid smoke from the mines. Better get moving. Your adventure begins now. Make your own choices and discover their consequences. Welcome to Foretales. And we've got the title sequence, y'all. Alright, so next we have 2 turns for this. We have 3 turns for that, so I think this is the more important thing. I mean, we can't abandon Leo. And once we get Leo, then we go to the strike leader and warn him. And then if we still have time, we'll go negotiate. That seems like the best course of action here. So, the prisoner. The theft of the relic didn't exactly go as planned. Leo's in jail, and Lady Cattell is out for revenge. Vulpin needs to break his friend out, fast. Oh, we can read them all. Let's read what's this one? The strike leader. The miners are in danger, and not just from the local militia. They won't budge without a word from their leader, Karst. Time to pay him a visit. The negotiator. This cursed lyre is proving to be more trouble than it's worth, but perhaps if Vulpin were to return it to Lady Cattell and beg for forgiveness, then maybe, just maybe, she'd show some mercy. Alright, let's do prisoner. Select that one. I only have me. I only got me, man. I don't got no one else. So I guess start? Find a way in. The City Watch is holding Leo in the local jail. Vulpin needs to find a way inside to rescue him. Time for prison break.
Leo's locked up in there. There has to be a way in.
I have a friend in there. I was hoping I'd be able to pay him a visit.
Visit? What you think this is? A bloody retirement home?
Perhaps we could come to some sort of an arrangement.
Well, perhaps if you arrange for me to get 5 guilders, I'll forget I ever saw you.
5? God, where am I going to get that from?
I hope you boys have a warrant.
Alright, let's see what we have here. We got this rest, which requires 6 gold. That's our first rest. And we only have 2 more, and then the end. So we are threadbare things there. It's where's our eavesdrop? Do we have an eavesdrop? Here it is. Eavesdrop. Let's eavesdrop on. We do this, we get another nasty little. Oh, we get a nasty little secret, or apparently not another one because we don't have one. All right, let's do that. Now, how's that for a juicy piece of gossip? Ooh, what is this? Small crowd. Curious. Oh, so drew a crowd. -1 food, we get 2 fame, and we move on. -1 gold, we get 2 food, and then we move on. That's the marketplace. They want 5. Okay. Let's spend our... What's this give us? Two food in the marketplace would give us 2 more coin, but that's all our food. You know what? Oh, Mister, we have some thieving we can do. We can get 1 food, 1 gold from the well. Let's do this. Oh, shiny. Where does that go to next?
Friend of yours, Volpan.
Suspicious street, guard post. Alright. What are we saying? -1. Do 2 to get 2 gold here. Got a good price for those apples at market.
Sold.
Alright. Ooh. Damn. I say, do you scamps know a way inside the prison?
Besides getting arrested, sir?
Yeah, besides getting arrested.
No idea, sir, but you could ask around the other kids. Most of our parents have been in the clink at some time or another, sir.
If there's a hidden entrance, someone must know about it. Maybe some street kids or shady locals can help. Let's do solidarity from we get 1 gold, or yeah, let's get the 1 gold. That gives us our 5.
Yeah, this should help you get you back on your feet.
Thanks.
How very altruistic.
All right. Now with the 5 gold, we should be able to get in. Let's do it. You ready, mate? You ready, mate, with my while? Yeah. Just a quick visit, no trouble. Just stop talking and get inside. And we never met, yeah?
Smart. We certainly
Hold on,
don't
Leo,
need the
I'm
cops
coming.
after us.
Region complete. Move on when you're ready. Oh, okay, cool. Shoot. Well, then let us get some food. Yeah, let's get some food. And then... Smooth, he didn't notice a thing.
Sorry to dine and dash.
And we give 2 food here to get some gold. And then
You've got yourself a deal.
we're going to give 1 food to the urchins to get an urchin on our side.
Heartwarming stuff.
Well, I haven't eaten proper meal in days. Thank you, sir. Okay, now we can move on. I don't think there's anything else we really need in here. Free Leo from his cell. Now that he's inside the prison, Volpan needs to find Leo's cell and break him out of there. The prison was dark, dank, and foreboding. Mournful wails echoed down the grimy corridors. Guards prowled the halls, eager to dish out a beating to anyone who stepped out of line. Slipping by unnoticed wasn't going to be easy. Look at all those search party guards, man. That's tough.
I'd recognize that tail anywhere.
Volpan, in here.
Volpan, in here.
Oh, I'm coming, old friend. Who's this one?
What have you done this time? Now, who could that be?
Ugh.
Hey, psst, whoever you are, over here. Let me out of this cell and I'll make it worth your while.
Oh, yeah, and how's that exactly?
I get the sense you're not supposed to be here. Yes. I know a little magic trick that could throw the guards off your tail.
Agitated prison quarter. It won't take much to tip this cell block into a full-blown riot. A cry for help. A mournful cry echoes out of one of the cells. Seems like they're in need of help. Guard room. All the kerfluffle in the prison has caused the guards to abandon their meal. Anyone for leftovers? An escaped prisoner? Looks like someone escaped their cell. Whoever it was, they seem to have the guards in a panic. Leo's cell. The guards have locked poor Leo up in the darkest, dampest corner of the prison. Now, where to find that key? Alright, so if we... Can we agitate? Eavesdrop? Nimble hands. No. Nimble hands. Solidarity of the weak. Nimble hands will get me 2 food. It'll get me 1 food, 1 infant, or what is this called? Grim? 1 grim. And us added to the search party. I will just move it. That gets the same. And this one gives me a bag. What's the bag? Let's see what this is. Receive a nasty little secret. I see. Oh yeah, we also have things here. Can we use this anywhere? Nope. And nope. We can use the Grim there. We had more of it. Nothing else gets used though. And we're out of cards too. Now, what's it cost to rest? 6? 3 fame required. Spend 3 fame to avoid problems with the local guards and recover 3 skill cards per adventurer. Or recover up to 3 cards per adventurer, but a small troop of guards is added to the search party. We don't have... Oof. Ugh. 3 fame. One of these gave me fame, right? No, it was just infamy. Or grim, rather. Ugh. Alright. Shoot. What do we got here? 5 guard? 5, oh. Early guard, Belle of the Watch, and Rookie of the Watch. We don't have enough money to buy them all off, that's for sure. Step away from that. What do we have over here? We have Tracker of the Watch. Best nose in the business, can pick up a trail from the near faintest scent. Call 1 random guard from the search party deck when entering combat. Ugh. Rookie of the Watch, it's his first day on the job, and Constable. Step away. Blah, 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 blah. 2 food. Let's do this. We'll grab the 2 food.
Sorry to dine and dash.
What's this place? Long corridor. A corridor. The long kind. I wish I could just go places. Like, how do I just go here?
Please, you have to find a way to open this cell. I'm too pretty for the big house. Not to mention useful.
I ain't dropping no eaves, sir. What's this do? Bunch of rioters. Ooh, let's do that.
I can't see
Smoke! Smoke! Fall back! The inmates are breaking out under the cover of the smoke. Bunch of rioters. It doesn't take much to transform the downtrodden people of the Hard Republic into an angry mob. And we have, yeah, Solidarity of the Weak. What does that do? Just moves. Moves. Gives me 1 gold and then moves. For 1... nasty little secret. What's this one do? Firebomb. Firebomb, huh? Careful, careful. How do we got? A guard's room. Can't do anything there. Ooh, wait, firebomb though. There's something here. Can't do it there. We can do it here though. What's the firebomb say? Firebomb. Warm regards. Alright, let's do it. Firebomb. Alright, step away from the gate. Why? It's a surprise. Wait, what?
Good grief! How's about a little warning next time?
The blast tore the grate apart, spreading fire everywhere. Not exactly what you'd call a stealthy you'd call stealthy, but at least the prisoner was free.
Anyone home?
As the ringing in his ears subsided, Vulpin could hear a commotion coming from down the corridor. The blast had alerted the guards. It got the job done, didn't it? I'm not sure what I want to know the answer to this, but what exactly are you in here for? I've got what doctors refer to as an incurable case of kleptomania. I'm guessing that your time behind bars hasn't helped your condition. Hard to say, really. I'll know more once I get out. Hold on a minute. What about our deal? A shrill alarm bell pierced through the gloom of the prison corridor. There would be no more hiding. The guards knew there was an intruder on the loose. Okay. God, this is just what we need. Vulpin has acquired a new skill card, Cut Purse. Ooh, what is a putt? Patience. Patience. The timing isn't quite right. But I'll keep up my end of the bargain. Promise. There's just one thing that bothers me. What is it? You spent all that time in your cell. Yes. And it never occurred to you that you could slip through the bars? You make a fine point, sir. I'll remember that for the next time I'm locked up here. And without care in the world, the thief slithered away down a long corridor into the darkness. Corridor, the long kind. Alright, how do I get... I guess we'd have to engage them? Sure. Sure. We're running out of cards, so we got to do this, right?
Perhaps we can come to an arrangement, officers.
Alright, anybody hungry? Can I give this to anybody? No? Nobody's hungry? What about greedy? Anybody greedy? You only take one, and you take two, but you're going to summon another guard, so you're probably the best to get rid of. Though you're the strongest. It's only a 2.5. Or... wait, where's that? Peppery? He goes to the search party. The other two become distracted, but we enter combat. Shoot. All right, let's do this. Get rid of this guy. He's out of there. Right? Then if we do this, the other guy will flee. Right? Yeah.
Can somebody crack a
He
window,
goes.
please?
Now morale goes to 0, so he'll flee and get out of there. Bam, we did it. Leo, are you okay?
Can we talk when I'm out of here? Look for the warden. She must have the key.
A warden? You didn't say anything about a warden? Oh, bloody hell. Where'd the warden be? Where would the warden be? Cut purse, eavesdrop. Can we eavesdrop on the guard room? It just moves to the next location. Now, what's the locations? What do we got? We got long corridor, prison warden. There he is. Guards room. So we do need to kind of move it along. Okay. Bows. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to spend the rest because we have 3 fame to do it now. And get some more cards.
You ever have a nap so good that you forget that the world is ending?
Guards looked Vulpin up and down, shrugged, and then walked away. Alright, so now we have some more nimble hands. We got a peppery diversion, we got eavesdrop, we got solidarity of the week. This one, oh, cut purse gives me 3. I'm gonna do nimble hands here because it's gonna move to the next location.
We'll take
And
that
give me
to
some
go,
food.
thanks.
which now we have all these long corridors, just a bunch of long corridors everywhere. Long corridors for days. Nothing does anything. We need that peppery diversion. Let's do solidarity of the week here just to move it on. And then that should give me the warden. Perfect.
Good afternoon, officer. Oh my. This one looks mean. Here comes
Cool.
trouble.
Guards, be prepared. We have word of an intruder in the area.
You remember you can swap any skill card in your hand with a card from the deck of an adventurer, right? You'll have to discard the skill card you exchange and maybe pay 1 food for any card coming from the discard pile. It's really important to prepare for encounters like this. For example, when you know you've got a big fight coming up, if you intend to rely on violence, having your best attacks in hand from the beginning is key to victory. What do we got? We got the big guy, prison warden. The warden rules over the prison with an iron fist. She keeps the cell keys around her neck, but attacking her without allies would be suicide. Power, 1 constable to the search party deck each turn. Captain of the watch. Ugh. Garrison captain, experienced and uncompromising. Power, call 2 random guards from the search party deck when entering combat. That is a dastardly effect there. What does this do? Little pipsqueak. Knows how to attract attention, is pretty good at hurling rocks in a fight. Back, 1 attack. It's a back card. It gives you additional attack and 1 HP, but no armor. Okay. Oof. We're probably gonna die here. Oh wait, you know what? Let's eat food and get some hit points back up to max. That way we're not dying so fast. We have 0 cards. All right, what is this? This is 5 and 4, 5 and 3 for their levels. I don't know what the thing. It's gonna be 8. How do they do the thing again? The morale is the average or something? I don't remember. If we get this guy to leave, it's going to bring the morale down, but I don't think he'll surrender, so that's not really, maybe not going to work. We don't have any combat cards, though. We only have peppery diversions. What do we do? We just go all out? We can't use that yet? Okay. I guess let's just go. Let's do it. Engage. 2.5, 1.5.
For them to, you know.
So no. Oh, and they just both distracted. Neither of them go away. And we enter combat, which means he's calling one from the thing. Can we give them? Do they want food? We don't have any gold, so it doesn't really matter. He would take 3 gold, and then he'd leave. Or you can pickpocket one of them. What if we pickpocket the key? Can we do that? Wait a second, if we can cut purse, pickpocket. Hey, we got the key. Lockpicks and Leo cell key. Okay. What do we get here? Let's see. Money. Still not enough to send him off. Can't use that. Boost attack by 1 point for the next round. So 2 attack, but it engages in combat. We're not in combat yet. This game looks low-key addicting. It's interesting. How you been, Doc? How was your weekend? All right, so I don't think there's not a retreat, right? No, I don't see a retreat. We can't run off now that we have the key. I guess done now? Sends the front creature with max level 1 to the search party. We don't. No one's level 1. Stun the other front creatures for 1 round. Let's do it.
You're taking on the gods of the Watch?
Yeah, I know. That's dumb. Wait, I thought they were stunned. We'll boost.
A much-needed boost.
Hold on, I'm not done. Oh, crap. I can only do 1 card. We are so dead. We are so dead. Our morale just keeps getting higher and higher. Ugh. One of your adventurers is hurt. No shit. If any of your adventurers reach 0, the mission is lost. You'll have to replay it. You can use health or food and other consumables to heal. Maybe you should also consider swapping positions of your... Anytime during a fight, you can swap 2 adventurers to try to optimize how damage is being spread among them. Yeah, that would be great if I could, but I can't. So we won't.
Let's keep
Game
that
over.
one between ourselves, eh?
And that is that. You want to retry the last? Now let's return to the world map. We'll go back. And this is... Oh, and I see. And then you go back to which one you're going to tackle. And that's just a log. Okay. Well, that's Foretales. It's interesting. I could see this being a board game. I'm surprised it's not. You know what? I'm going to look it up. Xarknor.